What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to go over 5 major tips with cold outreach and give you a full A to Z blueprint on how to be successful with cold outreach in 2026. I have used these exact methods I'm about to share with you to sign 5 different clients, and I'm very confident if you give me till the end of this video, it will do the same for you. So let's get right into it. I have a giant board presentation here. I'm going to be breaking down a lot of things for you guys in this video. So let's get in with 5 basics that we just need to understand before we start actually implementing what I have for you guys in this video. So the 5 main key principles of cold outreach, really, if your message does all these 5 things or doesn't do some of these 5 things, you're golden. So let's go over what the first one is. So the first one is don't overcomplicate it. The number one mistake I see a lot of people making with cold outreach is they make it some super elaborate scheme and some crazy 15-step process where every message is tailored. Outreach, simple will always win, and volume will always win. Volume will always negate luck in this. So if you can make your outreach simple and repeatable and able to do at mass volume, you're always going to have more success with it. Your DM should be easy to respond to in one word. If I look at your DM, one test you should always be doing is, can I respond to my message in one word? If there's not a clear yes, no, sure, here, stuff like that, your DM needs work, right? You need to have one simple question or CTA at the end of it that they can respond to in one word. And talk to prospects like you would your friends. This is another big one. A lot of people talk to prospects like they're this just corporate jargon, and it's just not, it doesn't resonate with them, right? These are people too, so you need to treat them like people. It's so important. Just talk to them casually. Don't use a bunch of corporate jargon. Speak to them like real people, and you will be greatly rewarded for it in your outreach. Don't name yourself. So what this means is don't say, hi, my name is, or don't say, I'm a copywriter, or I'm a video editor, or anything like that. People don't care. You sound like an idiot, and also you just sound inexperienced if you do this, so it's just not worth your time doing here. Finally, they should leave with something. So if they open your DM, they should be getting something, right? You should be giving them some kind of value, some kind of proposal, some kind of either Loom video that's gonna help them. They should just benefit in some way, shape, or form from opening your DM. So now that we have this out of the way, let's look at a few examples of good DMs and a few examples of bad DMs, and then get into some outreach systems. So this is permission-based outreach. So basically what we're doing here is we're kind of asking for permission to pitch somebody with a free resource. So, hey name, I came across where you found them, actually put together a resource to help you with desired outcome they want me to send it here. Hey name, saw you over on where you found them, I made resource that should help with outcome that they care about. Is this the best place to share it? I love this question because we're not really getting them to answer do I want it? We're getting them to answer, is this a good place to share it? So this is probably the best one. I would say if you're gonna use any of them, use this one. I'm gonna highlight it in yellow. This is a really good one to test out. A lot of people will respond well to this because this alleviates the yes or no psychology. So if you go in sales and you try to get a yes or no question out of somebody, their answer might be no, and we don't want them to say no. However, if we ask a question like, is this the best place to share it? Psychologically, they don't start thinking of, do I want it, yes or no? They start thinking of, is this the best place to receive it, or is text better? So psychologically, this kind of does a lot when it comes to getting more positive responses, and you will see if you test something like this, it will greatly help you. So permission-based outreach with case studies. If you have case studies, throw them in here, right? So, hey name, found you through where you found them. I put together a resource that helped one of our clients, specific result. Example, added 37 book calls and increased leads, 42% shortened sales cycle. Thought it might help you get closer to outcome they want. Want it? Question mark. Hey name, found you through where you found them. I went ahead and made resource. It's a framework we use for clients to get result I wanted. If you want, I can send it here. Let me know, right? So this is permission-based just with case studies on here. If you're brand new, you don't need case studies. Don't worry about that. Just let the work that you're sending them compensate for that instead, and that's really going to help you. So now let's move on to some bad outreach. Believe it or not, there is a lot of bad outreach. There's way more bad outreach than there is good outreach. So let's just go over a few bad DMs and kind of talk about why I break it down, right? So hi name, I'm an expert email copywriter, and did you know email is supposed to drive 30 to 50% of total revenue for businesses? Most businesses are losing money by not emailing enough. If you outsource your email marketing to me today, I can completely transform your revenue. Let me know when we can hop on a quick call. This is really bad, but I'm showing you guys this as an example. We're saying who we are. So I'm an expert email copywriter. We're using generalized data that we can't prove to anyone. So if you're saying this in any of your outreach, don't, because you can't prove that. Most businesses are losing money by not emailing enough. You can't prove that. That's also not true. If you outsource your marketing to me today, I completely transform your revenue. Okay, how and who have you done this for, right? Like, it's just complete jargon. You look like you've never sent an outreach message in your life before. Also, you want to avoid pitching a quick call in the first message. Hey, I help businesses explode growth using my proven email framework. My clients consistently see 3 to 10 referrals, and I guarantee results. Reply yes, or I'm going to take over your email marketing. See, this one's a lot better, right? But we're the CTA is too strong. I would say for this, it would need to be something like reply yes if you want to see a quick sample, and then this might be worth testing. But I would make this more curiosity driven. So now that we have some good examples and some bad examples, let's get into what these examples of value even look like, right? So you could do a Loom video if you're trying to pitch somebody a funnel and make a simple ManyChat funnel just like I did right here. You could send them a Loom explaining how this works, how this should work for your clients, how it would work for them. If you want to pitch email marketing, send them a sample email. Here's a few sample emails I've written. Feel free to pause the screen, by the way, as well, and you can kind of see the copy, see how I write these. But I literally just write newsletter emails for the people that I'm pitching, and they can test them, they can send them out, and this works very well. So that's a few examples of value. Obviously, there's also a million different things you can do. These are just a few, but you can also send them Loom videos and how they can specifically make more money. If you notice something specific that would help them, send that over as well. So now the next thing here is your lead sheet. You need to be tracking the people that you do outreach to. Now, I have a very specific take on this. I think that tracking everybody you DM or email is a very bad idea because it will punish you for doing the volume that you should be doing. And let me give you guys an example, right? So if I take, let me draw here. If we take, let's say we're doing 50 DMs a day, right? So 50 DMs a day times 7 equals 350. 350 times 2 is 700. And so that is 700 new additions to your sheet down here. 700 new people getting added to this every 2 weeks. At 2 weeks. The problem is that this just simply isn't scalable at all. You are going to get so unbelievably lost in this outreach tracker that it's not going to work. And you see, it's only becoming a problem when you're doing the volume you should be doing. So that will punish you for doing the right amount of volume. What I say is, if somebody leaves you on scene, opens your message, responds, they should go on here. So minimum leaves you on read or opens your message, they go on the lead tracker here. And then you can obviously use this drop down. Now, every prospect response get added, 3 follow-ups minimum. If they engage with you, change the status accordingly and update this at the start of every day in a daily workflow. That is what I always do. This is what's going to be your best friend when it comes to doing cold outreach. This is the link here. You can either screenshot this right now and put it into ChatGPT, ask it to extract it, or I will just leave this link in the description of this video. You can go make your own copy of this doc. This is fully free to use. Now, let's talk follow-ups, because this is what's super important. 3 follow-ups minimum. I'm going to highlight this. This is super important. Every prospect you need to follow up with, or you're not maximizing the lead potential. So, few examples of follow-ups. Hey, name, totally cool if now's not the best time. Just want to make sure this didn't get buried. Want me to send that resource over. Quick note, reason I made this is because it just helped the client specific result. It's not useful, no worries. Just didn't want you to miss it. Hey, name, not trying to bug you. If you'd rather I don't send it, just say the word. Otherwise, I can drop the resource here. Curious, is outcome something you're actively working on right now? If not, I'll step back. If yes, I can send the breakdown when a client hit result. So these are just a few examples. You can also just say one-word follow-ups like bump, LMK, like let me know, the little arrow. Those are a couple really good ones as well. Or just, hey, just shooting this to the top, stuff like that. Memes are also huge when it comes to doing follow-ups. You absolutely should incorporate memes in your follow-ups. People love these. You'll get a lot of good responses too. People will think these are funny. It also just shows you have personality. Super good to do. I highly, highly recommend using memes in your outreach. Now, let's talk about prospecting. A few of my favorite ways to prospect are actually YouTube, right? So if you're like, hey, I want to work with real estate people, how to start investing in real estate, you can go look on YouTube, and find all these videos like this. This is someone you could write copy for. This is someone you could provide services for. And then if you go to their channel by clicking like right here, if we just click their name, it'll bring us to this window for the channel. And then if we click this button here, view email address, we can view the email that this guy signed up for YouTube with and cold email him there. That is a really good way to get into someone's email inbox. And also they're probably going to be like, wow, you found that email. Like, cool, like good job. Like you kind of got creative. Another thing you can do as well is use this site:instagram.com method. So basically what this is anytime you put something at the front, like real estate coach or dating coach or fitness coach or whatever, and then follow it up with semicolon.instagram.com, it's going to filter every single thing besides Instagram accounts of people with this in their bio in. So you basically have like a unlimited lead source with Google right here. You can just go down this entire list and pitch all of these people. And then obviously use Calendly to get them booked into a call. So that is pretty much a wrap for this entire system. It's very simple, guys. Like, don't overcomplicate cold outreach to the point where you're just like in analysis paralysis and you feel like you can't send a client or can't get anybody on a call, because I promise you it's very, very simple. And if you can just apply everything I just told you in this video, I tried to make this video very concise and very to the point, you are going to see so much positive results with this. I promise you it's very easy. You just have to implement this properly. So that's pretty much it for this one. If you guys have any questions, I will leave my social media down in the description. Feel free to shoot me a DM. If you guys want to get coaching, the link to Copy MBA is in the description as well. I will also put in this Google Doc in the description as promised, so you guys can have that to use your own outreach tracker. And I will see you guys in the next video.